Right. And now the Gnar comes in as a response to the Renekton, and there is just so much defense.
But there's no way that Haru's going to get there. So really good from KT to put the pressure on early as far as these neutral objectives and burn down all of these minions. It looks like KT aren't interested in contesting for the Rift Herald, as the Wallop is going to land there. But there's the Abscond, and we've got the last chapter. That is a very dead Kuro. Very close to the Gnar that can interrupt when he hits Mega Gnar form. 1,000 health on the Drake here as Tempt is going to move on in. Gets a death charge as the Drake is taken by KT. Equalizer now down as Tempt in a whole lot of trouble. But they're not going to follow. Life looking to put on more pressure. Yeah, this is real scary. Tempt is going to move all the way in. The hijack of the Gnar ultimate is going to be there. The flash forward from Tempt as he locks it down, but the answer is going to be there from Soan. The flash forward, the Wallop is going to land, but it's not enough, as the Winter's Wrath is going to secure the kill. Bottom side of the map, KT answer with an outer turret. Not a lot of information for KT right now, as Hanwha do eventually reveal themselves. Cube going to get burnt there. Great knock-up does come in as Cube getting chunked out. Does get a fair bit of AoE, but there's the Gnar into the wall, just smacks down the Crocodile. Equalizer onto 3 members. Whoa. As now Lava gets almost burnt to death from one ability.
Very early on, and the movement speed, it's something that we often scoff at.
Cloud Soul fight is available, but I'm not sure whether that's the thinking that he had, as Shirley is going to be able to take down before they win the game or something like that. So in my mind, I can be right. But Kuro is going to find a whole Hanwha Life team. There's the ultimate to come through. The Glacial Prison is going to land. Bono gets the knock up, and the Cataclysm destroys the Varus before he can do anything. And the
neutral objective to fork Hanwha Life would be a much better decision. And now you can see Tushin and so on. They're trying to go over to it, but they're way too late. Honestly, a bit of a lopsided decision. Yeah. I mean, they get the Varus. They're going to get a lot of advantages off this. It is just a little questionable. And you're absolutely... I know what you're thinking.
Yep.
The Cloud Dragon doesn't mean anything for Hanwha Life, and that is true.
And it also means that they're not going to be forced. He's just able to get out of there instantly. Yeah, it feels like Hanwha Life's composition has run its course, honestly, this game. Gold lead balloons to about 3,000. It looks like Blade of the Ruin King should be the next option here for aiming. Pretty understandable, as now Cube and Haru looking for Soan. He flashes very early, gets the hop, but doesn't get the double bounce. And now looking to try and speed himself up with the Hyper, but he shouldn't be able to. And that is going to be a very dead Gnar. But the rest of KT here towards the top side, just putting the pressure on this inner turret. Is aiming, Arcane shifting forward as he loves to do, but he should be okay to do it this game.
They're looking to raise this top tier 2 turret. They should be able to get it. There's really no way for Hanwha Life to defend it. This will increase the gold worth it. It's much better to have Flash for the Mega Gnar engage at a later team fight than to live there and prevent 450.
Once again, but can't quite find the piercing arrows that he's looking for, and you know there's a target on his back. Tucson actually is going to find it as the True Shot Barrage does a lot of damage. The Equalizer, all of Hanwha are fighting on it right here as Bono throws through the Cataclysm, and everyone is melting on the side of Hanwha Life, even with the bottom side going in favor of Tempt. The rest of the team are dead, and Tempt is going to have to try and find a way back to his base now as KT has a stranglehold on this map. Aiming should be able to find Tempt. It's just one cheeky Q, and he is going to be able to lock that one down with the help of Bono and friends. With a minute left on the Drake, it should be a broken base, a Dragon Soul, and then a game win for KT.
Well, that is going to be, at the very least, the inhibitor going down. Death timer not too far away, though, for the Renekton and the Sejuani. So they'll turn around after this. They are doing the on point and just doing so much value. And honestly, Atlas, I wish that there was a way to get 2 MVPs this game.
Yeah, me too. As Bono's going to find another target. Lehens dies as an afterthought. And what are you talking about? He knows he's going to have that back available very, very soon, considering his couple of...
Can bounce back in game number 2. That'll be the one where they are on red side.
Yep, as another knockup comes in from Chrono, throws down his Gargoyle Stone Plate, not going to be taking too much damage here as Lava gets one auto attack, but honestly he can't approach the KT team members as Tucson takes a fair bit, but Bono's back in again, gets himself a heal as Cube down very low. Haru's going to die first, the front line gets eviscerated. It's a triple kill so far for aiming, make that one a quadra, as now he finds the pentakill, 2 in a row, one day then the next. Aiming, gonna grab the first for the LCK for spring.
And that is a fantastic feeling to get it as well in this game. The Ezreal is really the prince of this team composition, and I think with the pentakill Atlas, just so that we're not the oddballs out, I feel like the MVP has to go to Aiming.
But no, most likely will be Cuvée. Of course, has been playing a lot of Maokai as far as his career is concerned. Of course, not recently. Worried if you are a Hanwha fan at this stage. They are going to be starting off this Cloud Drake. Yeah, some low health bars on Hanwha's side. Bono, yeah, runs his way forward. Oh my god, the stun was huge, and that is going to be the first blood. Going over to Kuro, a disaster for Hanwha, because also, they just leashed the Drake for KT, who will be able to spike earlier in this from Temp to get out, but it still should mean KT have control. Flash Moonlight Vigil lands. Lehens has to flash to get out of the way as this brand is just stopping there, watching the Varus get obliterated.
Here in bot lane, gonna get all of the gold.
Oh god,
Aiming
is going
on
to be
that
so big. Drake as well. It's also bad news for Hanwha because they were lacking in damage anyway with their double tank solo lanes, and it's going to be Hanwha Life moving on over to try and grab another mark for Haru. You can see Bertha is here, but there's the Ornhorn. Oh, great stun. Going to come down, and Temp's going to be denied. The Rams return as Lehens just gets bopped in the front line, and now KT are converging. There's the ultimate out of Tucson, keeps himself alive, and now they just move on to the Lamb's respite, and Haru, this is not an ultimate that's used for himself. It was used for KT as Cuvée trying to get out. He flashes, but he's not going to survive. And why KT were able to get out without losing anyone. Teleport in from Cuvée here towards the bottom side. They do not want to give up this first Infernal Drake of the game, but KT are in position as well. So-On wants to get the Shock Blast over as Trouble Bubble does go wide, but Haru, look at that. The chunking from this guy is just ridiculous. So-On the bottom side, unanswered. It's going to be Haru that locks down the Infernal Drake. Ram comes in. They want to try and turn onto So-On, and they will be able to take him down as Moonlight Vigil just pops Haru before he can even press his R button. And now, 4 versus 4, KT wants to get it. Hanwha Life are behind enemy lines right now as the Brambles are coming in. But there's a dead Brand. He's an afterthought right now. He does basically nothing. They prefer a cannon minion. As Tucson throws down the ultimate. Cuvé's going to be taken. Temp's going to be the next one. And Vista just going to try and walk out without being spotted by these performances from these two so far. And I think Aiming's heading towards double player of the game for today, which is really, really good to see, as Cuvée is most likely dead. That's he's just going to be stuck in the puppy pit and taken down. One auto is going to be there from over the series. And Aiming, we know that he's had his ups and downs so far in the LCK, but when he's on, he is really on. He's certainly one of those confidence players. If this continues for the rest of the split, it's very scary if you're up against KT.
And things are just looking scarier and scarier here for Hanwha Life. Kuro pushing in the mid lane. They lock up Temp. You can see how tanky he is, though.
Just insane, as Tempt is going to go golden, but that's a half health bar on the Ornn. He gets knocked back.
Now,
and
here it is. Here's that sequence.
Very early, exactly like you were talking about. They're going to be immortal and healed on that Lamb's respite as the Ornhorn comes in. Double knockup, but who really cares? Aiming down very, very low. Is taken down there, but Cuvée is also going to fall. The inhibitor's going to follow suit, and KT still win the fight. This game, as far as healing is concerned. So-On gonna boot back Temp there somehow. That was very, very strange. The Ornhorn not gonna connect for the first time. Will find So-On afterwards, but now Aiming just gonna walk up to the Ornn and collect himself another kill. That gives
it's gonna be the first Infernal. Trundle does get himself, I believe.
Cuvée is
so it's
possibly
fine though.
Yeah, Onslaught comes down. Few autos there as Aiming's going to try to take down Cuvée. He's pretty tanky, but with an acceleration gate and a pillar, good night, sweet tree. That's a twisted advance to his demise.
And Kuro escorting the mid-minion wave, and they're just way too far ahead.
Yeah, it looks like Baron's not even on the menu because they don't have time for dessert. They just want to go home, or stay home, which is weird.
The thing that's so surprising about this is just how far ahead and how much they blew Hanwha Life.
Yeah,
basically out of the water.
Exactly.
Varus.
Just gigantic damage from Kuro here. He is too far ahead, and as a Zoe that's too far ahead, that is very scary stuff. As Bono gets himself the ultimate out of the Cosmic Radiance, and will just never be going down. Aiming, he's got himself a shield from the Severin, and they're getting to work on the next Nexus turret. Haru is in his Lamb's Respite, so he's going to survive for a little while, but he's still very, very low. There's the Brambles that come forward. The front line here from Bono, though, is very strong and has himself the heals from the Taric. As Temp has to flash to get himself out of the way. There's the stun, and Kuro locks down that kill. Low health bars here for Hanwha. They at least have a fountain to try and fight back, but the Nexus is at half health. Temp should be just going down here as Bono goes in for a little bit of a bite, but is unable to actually secure the kill as Haru just gets obliterated by Kuro. And this is all she wrote. KT with the pretty swift 2-0 over Hanwha Life.